What do I want to do with my life? 2. Chapter 1. What do I do for money? People, things, or information. Find out what jobs can use your talents. The following exercise can help you identify the skills you currently use or may not use, and this will set the stage to see if they're transferable to another industry. There are 3 major categories of skill identification. You deal with people, things, and information every day. In each category, this requires a skill or combination of several skills. You might not even realize the extent of your ability in an area. You probably know what you're not good at or what you don't like doing, but pinpointing exact skills is not necessarily easy. Working with people. Let's divide your skills at dealing with people into working with individuals and working with groups. In working with individuals singly, are you good at communicating in direct conversation or on the phone? Communicating well by the written word? Helping, serving, or receiving and carrying out instructions? Referring people, or helping put 2 people together? Advising, monitoring, coaching or counseling? Teaching, instructing, training or tutoring? Persuading, motivating, or selling? Assessing, evaluating, or interpreting others? Diagnosing, healing or treating? Groups. In working with organizations, companies, or associations, are you good at making presentations? Communicating by written word like a newsletter? Public speaking? Leading or moderating a group discussion? Preparing seminars or other educational events? Training large groups? Consulting or giving advice? Leading or taking the lead? Coaching others in recreation or exercise? Performing, acting, singing, amusing, or inspiring? Motivating, persuading, or selling? Negotiating a settlement of some kind? Following through, getting things finished, producing? Managing or running a business? Supervising? Initiating or beginning a concept, idea, or business? Think carefully about each of these items. Answer fairly and honestly. There's no reason to try to fool anyone. This is not a personality test. You're simply attempting to frame your likes and dislikes about dealing with individuals, singly or in groups. Compile your list of definite yes and no answers and write them down. Keep them handy for future reference. Working with things. There are essentially 6 major categories of working with various things. These things are identified as objects, tools, instruments, equipment, and machinery or vehicles, materials like cloth, wood, and clay, your body, buildings or homes, and raising or growing things. Objects. Do you have specific skills in dealing with food, tools, instruments, or the like in handling, washing, preparing, maintaining, producing, creating, repairing, cleaning, knowledge, cooking, preserving, equipment? Are you good at working with some type of machinery or vehicle in driving, controlling, assembling, repairing, cleaning, disassembling, maintaining, operating? Materials. What is your skill level with items such as clay, jewelry, metal, wood, stone, and cloth as far as cutting, painting, crafting, restoring, weaving, sewing, carving, molding, shaping, refinishing, sculpting? Your body. Are you good at using your hands? Motor coordination? Physical coordination? Your fingers? Your eyes? Your eyes and hands in coordination? Your strength? Your stamina? Buildings. Do you have a particular affinity and capability for constructing, remodeling, decorating, designing, raising or growing? Are you able to successfully train animals, treat animals, garden, landscape, raise plants or animals or other vegetable or mineral? Do you have manual skills and, if so, what specifically can you do well? More importantly, do you enjoy it? Many people have turned hobbies they love into full-time, paying work. List the skills you have as associated with any of these categories. Also list the things you dislike doing, too. Finding that job you love is as much avoidance of things you dislike as things you love to do. Working with information. The final category in this part of the evaluation process is seeing how good you are and how much you enjoy working with ideas, concepts, information, specific data, and technology. There are 4 categories to concern yourself with. Do you like creating, storing, managing, or putting this information to good use? Creating. Are you particularly good at gathering information by observation? Gathering information through research? Searching for data? Imagining ideas or concepts? Inventing? Sensory feelings? Designing? Storing? Once you've assembled the information, are you good at storing or filing records in file cabinets, microfiche, audio or video cassette? Bookkeeping? Computer storage? Retrieving the information once stored? Helping others retrieve the information? Keeping track of details? Memorizing? Filming or recording? Managing? You must do something with the data or information you've assembled and stored. Are you good at analyzing your data? Organizing? Classifying? Planning? Accounting? Writing? Painting? Drawing? Problem solving? Evaluating your data? Programming? Prioritizing? Decision-making? Dramatizing? Comparing with other data? Using the data. Once you've decided to use the information, are you good at disseminating the information? Demonstrating? Putting it to some use? Showing it to individuals or groups? Publishing? Reporting? At this point, you should total up your positives and the negatives. You should combine the lists of advantages and disadvantages to see what your strong suits are. Your next step would be to look at more specifics rather than generalities. It's time to do some basic soul searching. Think long and hard and decide on what you want out of life. It's your career, your life, so make it as true and close to what fits you as possible. Make a list of realistic options. Your list should be fairly complete. If you followed your true nature, you should begin to see a pattern of similarities indicating the type of work you were destined to do. Now you need to refine and focus. First, let's look at specific knowledge you might possess. Run through the following list, add to it and list the knowledge you currently have. Second, go through the list again and identify the knowledge you would like to have. This will give you 2 current snapshots, what you know now and what you'd like to know in the future. The latter will define your future educational goals. It may be in areas you believe you'd enjoy if only you had a little more education. It may be that a little more learning is needed to advance into what you truly want to do. There's no reason you can't take classes in those specific disciplines. There's no reason you can't work at an entry-level position in that industry and learn as you go. Often, a company may pay for your future education if it is in the skill areas of their field. So list the desires as well as your current expertise. List all of the fields you like in priority, arranged by most knowledge of and likes. List the fields you are interested in and believe you'd like but need more training and education. Keep these lists handy and separate. Now, it's time to decide location. Are you tired of where you live? Would you like to live somewhere else? Is this the town you grew up in but have never seen any other place? Have you gone somewhere on vacation and thought about how great it would be to live there? Match the skills and abilities in your list to the skills and abilities of different jobs. Don't limit yourself. The important thing is not the job title but the skills and abilities of the job. You may find that your skills and abilities match with an occupation that you have never thought about. Career Finder by degree or certificate. This is a list of possible careers you can pursue with a particular degree. A certificate for specific training at a trade school, community college, correspondence, etc. Automotive service technician and mechanic. Avionics technician. Chef. Child care worker. Compensation, benefits, and job analysis specialist. Computer operator. Computer support specialist. Court clerk. Court reporter. Dental assistant. Dental hygienist. Dietetic technician. Electrical and electronic engineering technician. Emergency medical technician and paramedic. Environmental engineering technician. Executive secretary and administrative assistant. Financial manager. Home health aide. Human resources assistants, except payroll and timekeeping. Insurance sales agent. Interior designer. Loan interviewer and clerk. Loan officer. Medical assistant. Medical secretary. Medical transcriptionist. Payroll and timekeeping clerk. Pharmacy technician. Radiologic technologist and technician. Securities, commodities, and financial services sales agent. Tax preparer. Teacher assistant. Transportation security officer. Veterinary assistant and laboratory animal caretaker. Associate's degree, 2 years at community college. Administrative services manager. Automotive service technician and mechanic. Avionics technician. Bookkeeping, accounting, and auditing clerk. Camera operators, television, video, and motion picture. Chef and head cook. Child care worker. Child, family, and school social worker. Civil engineering technician. Computer operator. Computer programmer. Computer support specialist. Computer systems analyst. Construction manager. Correctional officer and jailer. Court clerk. Court reporter. Database administrator. Dental assistant. Dental hygienist. Detective and criminal investigator. Dietetic technician. Electrical and electronic engineering technician. Emergency medical technician and paramedic. Environmental engineering technician. Executive secretary and administrative assistant. Food service manager. Forensic science technician. Gaming surveillance officer and gaming investigator. General and operations manager. Graphic designer. Home health aide. Human resources assistants. Except payroll and timekeeping. Insurance sales agent. Interior designer. Legal secretary. Loan interviewer and clerk. Loan officer. Lodging manager. Medical assistant. Medical record and health information technician. Medical secretary. Medical transcriptionist. Network and computer systems administrator. Network system and data communications analyst. Paralegal and legal assistant. Payroll and timekeeping clerk. Personal and home care aide. Personal financial advisor. Pharmacy technician. Police and sheriff's patrol officer. Private detective and investigator. Probation officer and correctional treatment specialist. Radiologic technologist and technician. Sales manager. Security guard. Self-enrichment education teacher. Social and human service assistant. Tax preparer. Teacher assistant. Transportation security officer. Veterinary assistant and laboratory animal caretaker. Video game designer. Web developer. Bachelor's degree, 4 years or longer at college or university. Accountant and auditor. Administrative services manager. Adult literacy, remedial education, and GET teacher and instructor. Advertising and promotions manager. Advertising sales agent. Bookkeeping, accounting, and auditing clerk. Broadcast news analyst. Budget analyst. Camera operators, television, video, and motion picture. Chef Chief Executive, Chief Sustainability Officer, Child, Family, and School Social Worker, Civil Engineering Technician, Civil Engineer, Clergy, Clinical, Counseling, and School Psychologist, Compensation, Benefits, and Job Analysis Specialist, Computer and Information Systems Manager, Computer Programmer, Computer Software Engineers, Application, Computer Software Engineers, System Software, Computer Support Specialist, Computer Systems Analyst, Construction Manager, Copywriter, Correctional Officer and Jailer, Database Administrator, Dental Hygienist, Detective and Criminal Investigator, Dietitian and Nutritionist, Editor, Education Administrator, Education Teachers, Post-Secondary, Educational, Vocational, and School Counselor, Electrical Engineer, Engineering Manager, English Language and Literature Teachers, Post-Secondary, Fashion Designer, Financial Analyst, Financial Manager, Food Service Manager, Forensic Science Technician, Gaming Surveillance Officer and Gaming Investigator, General and Operations Manager, Graphic Designer, Human Resources Manager, Industrial Organizational Psychologist, Insurance Sales Agent, Interior Designer, Legal Secretary, Loan Officer, Lodging Manager, Management Analyst, Marketing Manager, Medical and Health Services Manager, Medical and Public Health Social Worker, Mental Health Counselor, Network and Computer Systems Administrator, Network System and Data Communications Analyst, Paralegal and Legal Assistant, Personal and Home Care Aide, Personal Financial Advisor, Police and Sheriff's Patrol Officer, Private Detective and Investigator, Probation Officer and Correctional Treatment Specialist, Public Relations Specialist, Registered Nurse, Reporter and Correspondent, Sales Engineer, Sales Manager, Securities, Commodities, and Financial Services Sales Agent, Security Guard, Self-Enrichment Education Teacher, Social and Human Service Assistant, Special Education Teachers, Preschool, Kindergarten, and Elementary School, Sustainability Specialist, Tax Examiners, Collectors, and Revenue Agent, Training and Development Manager, Transportation Security Officer, Video Game Designer, Vocational Education Teachers, Post-Secondary, Web Developer, Master's Degree, must have Bachelor's Degree then go to graduate school for at least 2 years, Accountant and Auditor, Administrative Services Manager, Adult Literacy, Remedial Education, and GET Teacher and Instructor, Advertising and Promotions Manager, Advertising Sales Agent, Broadcast News Analyst, Budget Analyst, Chief Executive, Chief Sustainability Officer, Child, Family, and School Social Worker, Civil Engineer, Clergy, Clinical, Counseling, and School Psychologist, Compensation, Benefits, and Job Analysis Specialist, Computer and Information Systems Manager, Computer Programmer, Computer Software Engineers, Application, Computer Software Engineers, System Software, Computer Systems Analyst, Construction Manager, Copywriter, Database Administrator, Detective and Criminal Investigator, Dietitian and Nutritionist, Editor, Education Administrator, Education Teachers, Post-Secondary, Educational, Vocational, and School Counselor, Electrical and Electronic Engineering Technician, Electrical Engineer, Engineering Manager, English Language and Literature Teachers, Post-Secondary, Financial Analyst, Financial Manager, Food Service Manager, Gaming Surveillance Officer and Gaming Investigator, General and Operations Manager, Health Educator, Human Resources Manager, Industrial Organizational Psychologist, Law Teachers, Post-Secondary, Loan Officer, Lodging Manager, Management Analyst, Marketing Manager, Marriage and Family Therapist, Medical and Health Services Manager, Medical and Public Health Social Worker, Mental Health Counselor, Natural Sciences Manager, Network and Computer Systems Administrator, Network System and Data Communications Analyst, Personal Financial Advisor, Police and Sheriff's Patrol Officer, Private Detective and Investigator, Probation Officer and Correctional Treatment Specialist, Public Relations Specialist, Registered Nurse, Reporter and Correspondent, Sales Engineer, Sales Manager, Securities, Commodities, and Financial Services Sales Agent, Security Guard, Special Education Teachers, Preschool, Kindergarten, and Elementary School, Substance Abuse and Behavioral Disorder Counselor, Sustainability Specialist, Tax Examiners, Collectors, and Revenue Agent, Training and Development Manager, Vocational Education Teachers, Post-Secondary, Doctorate Degree/PhD, with a bachelor's or master's degree, you apply for a doctorate, could take up to 10 years to do a dissertation/thesis/major study, jobs could be hard to find in academia, teaching like teaching American history or English literature. Accountant and Auditor, Adult Literacy, Remedial Education, and Get Teacher and Instructor, Budget Analyst, Chief Executive, Chief Sustainability Officer, Child, Family, and School Social Worker, Civil Engineer, Clinical, Counseling, and School Psychologist, Compensation, Benefits, and Job Analysis Specialist, Computer and Information Systems Manager, Computer Systems Analyst, Education Administrator, Educational, Vocational, and School Counselor, Electrical Engineer, Engineering Manager, English Language and Literature Teachers, Post-Secondary, General and Operations Manager, Health Educator, Industrial Organizational Psychologist, Law Teachers, Post-Secondary, Lawyer, Management Analyst, Marriage and Family Therapist, Medical and Health Services Manager, Medical and Public Health Social Worker, Mental Health Counselor, Natural Sciences Manager, Network System and Data Communications Analyst, Sales Engineer, Sales Manager, Special Education Teachers, Preschool, Kindergarten, and Elementary School, Substance Abuse and Behavioral Disorder Counselor, Training and Development Manager, Vocational Education Teachers, Post-Secondary. Where do you want to work? There's not much progress made if you find work you like but you still dislike everything else about your living situation. Finding a good job also means finding it in the location you like best. Get out to the library and check out a few books like the Places Rated Almanac or the book put out by Rand McNally called Retirement Places Rated, which rates every section of the country in terms of housing costs, cost of living, climate, insurance costs, medical services, etc. Narrow down an area and list specific towns. Try number 647 and number 917 at the library. Go to the World Chamber of Commerce directory or My Travel Book, get the addresses of local tourist boards and chambers of commerce, send them letters and get some free information about the place. Check out a few atlases and encyclopedias for more general information. Don't move to a place that doesn't have jobs in your skill areas. Make contacts with personnel. Find out if there are local job hotlines and a local government employment agency. Before you pick a place to live, you should visit it to check it out. A friend of mine got a job as an air traffic controller in Alaska but quit because he couldn't handle the isolation nor the cold weather. The best cities, according to a government report on growth, are Orlando, Florida; Las Vegas, NV; Branson, Missouri; West Palm Beach, Florida; Lake County, IL; Austin, Texas; Olympia, Washington; Portland or Charlotte, NC; Tucson, Arizona; Salt Lake City, Utah. Work characteristics checklist. Do you want a job where you work outdoors? Are physically active? Work with your hands? Be challenged mentally? Work with machines? Work independently? Work on a team? Follow clear instructions? Earn a lot of money? Have a chance for rapid advancement? Have good benefits? Travel in your work? Work close to home? Work regular hours? Have a flexible schedule? Have a variety of tasks? Have supervisory responsibilities? Express your own ideas? Be a decision maker? Chapter 2. Decide on a career. Decide on a career. 1. If you're currently a desperado, the following few paragraphs will help you refocus, identify the skills you have, narrow down the type of work you like to do, and give you a number of outlets to gather information for prospects of landing that job that will carry you contentedly into the future. But the bottom line is always in your soul, in your gut. You know intuitively where you stand in life and what you're capable of. On the other hand, don't take it all so hard. Many people float around for a while, then get a job in some field, end up liking it and stick with it. Unless you're a serious, passionate creative type, the bottom line is that a job is a job is a job. Us human beings can adapt to anything, so if you're uncertain about yourself, plunge in, get a job, see how it goes, and either stick with it or move on. Many of us don't have the luxury of choosing a career. We take what we can get, so it isn't that much of a big deal unless you're an artist who has to live for his art no matter what, and they're usually dirt poor anyway. They pay the price with rejection and often depression. You pay the price for your choice with mundanity in exchange for a paycheck. You can very easily go to a temporary employment agency and work different jobs for a while until you find what you like. The secret is knowing where to look, what to ask, and how to narrow down the type of job you'd not only enjoy but be pretty good at. Much of this is understanding what makes you tick. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses will give you power. What are you good at? What do you like to do? Have you ever thought about it in a truly critical, analytical way? Have you actually sat down and listed your skills and capabilities? This may seem basic, but it's not. Go to your library to the number 331, hashtag 371.42, hashtag 650-659, and the HF 5381 sections, ask if there's a separate employment section in the reference section, then simply go through books and read about different job areas to get a feel for what you like. Before you decide on a career and spend 6 years in college studying for it, go out and see it firsthand before you commit yourself. One time, I was brainwashed to become a medical doctor, but one afternoon, I met an old doctor in a small clinic who sewed up my leg and told me that it's a tough, thankless, boring job that requires constant vigilance. That did it for me. I never would have made it through med school anyway. I knew a bookworm girl, always at the top of her class, who spent about 2 years in med school until they got into the actual blood and gut surgery part of it, and that was it for her. 2 years down the drain. She went on to get a job taking X-rays of people, no blood involved. If she had gotten a summer job at a hospital or did some volunteer work with the Red Cross beforehand, she would have found the truth out before she ended up wasting those 2 years. Another friend of mine spent about 3 years messing around in college with a business major, then decided he didn't like it, so he spent 2 years at a vocational school taking an electronic technician course, all the while working the night shift as a cashier in the cafeteria at a hospital to support himself. He got his diploma and continued to work at the hospital. He got a promotion there, met a girl who worked there too, got married, and he's still there 10 years later. He just didn't feel that strongly about pursuing a job in electronics even after taking the 2-year course. Business is another big one. Although an MBA might get you in the door to get a job, much of the stuff you learn in college in the business school is useless. Real experience will bear it out every time. All intelligent business people educate themselves. Instead of those 6 or so years spent going for that MBA, some self-starters who got a job right out of high school or started some small business, are way ahead of these naive guys fresh out of school with their ivory tower MBAs. I can't tell you how many countless guys and gals I knew in college or know now that started out going for degrees and then ended up in totally different careers after getting them. I know one guy who went to dental school and sold cars part-time to pay his way through. He got his dentistry degree and continued to sell cars. He now owns his own dealership and never made a dime from his dentist degree. He sells limousines and always has a chauffeur driving him around in a big limousine. I know another guy who did the lawyer thing and now owns a business manufacturing skateboards. We're all brainwashed by the grand illusion of college as part of the American dream. I was one of those guys, but when I finally grew up, I realized that unless you're studying for a specific, practical nuts and bolts skill like medicine, physical therapy, or surveying, everything else is basically bull. There are over 1 million people with law degrees in this country. That's way too much for the demand. I don't believe in heroes, but Abraham Lincoln is about as close to a hero as I get because of his great belief in self-education. Take it from me, college degrees in stupid liberal arts majors are totally useless. The only real education in life is always self-education, like learning on the job, aka experience, aka the school of hard knocks, or doing research on your own. Don't underestimate self-employment, either a home business or starting a small business on a shoestring. Many of our biggest corporations were once started on a shoestring. Check out magazines like Income Opportunities, Spare Time Incorporated, etc. Some skills of the self-educated person are always in demand, like your ability to show up, your ability to learn, your ability to take care of your life, your ability to speak effectively, your ability to be a people person, your ability to use numbers correctly, your ability to work hard, your ability with a keyboard, your overall, dynamic personality, and finally, my personal belief that computers, software, and internet knowledge will be in demand for a long time to come. Very few people know enough about what they need to know in these fields. Decide on a career too. It's easy to know how to find your calling if you know how to go about it, and if you're one of the few who actually gives enough of a damn about your life to do the right thing with it for you, as opposed to just being a brainwashed clone, brainwashed by the definitions of success and pop culture coolness the system has filled most of the people in America up with. Basically, do only the things that you like to do and dig deeper and deeper until you realize this is your lifeblood. It could keep you inspired for the rest of your life. It could be just a passing fancy or something you're doing because you've been brainwashed by the system to think it's cool, or you're trying to get chicks or guys. For me, I left a career I felt nothing for, which was a psychology teacher, because the students don't really give a damn beyond the grade, and I became enlightened enough to see psychology as a modern-day bullshit field of useless knowledge. I had enough money to live freely for several years, which I did, and in the process I was getting up every day to do a round of physical activities. I would run, bike, swim, do calisthenics almost every day because I really loved to do it. It had a freeing effect on my soul. I used to run the bike path area along Truxton Ave in Bakersfield, CA, beside the road with all the traffic, and I used to wonder, why are they all doing the rat race while I'm here doing this? I discovered that I had a standard that lived inside of me that was my pure soul. I'm one of the lucky ones. I figured it out. Most people don't. They take on values from the outside world. Find this standard that lives inside of you and honor it every day by releasing your inspired energy in something that earns you a paycheck. Expose yourself to the realm of life out there to keep searching for your calling. Up until I was about 30 or so, I did lots of seemingly aimless things for the experience of them, but then once I found my true identity, life became very simple. I don't need all that pop culture entertainment or new experiences anymore because it's all about honoring my soul every day. Travel. See the world from other people's point of view. Before you choose a career, examine yourself through the following questions. What do you fantasize about besides sex and love? What did you really like to do as a kid? What were the first few things you gravitated to on your own as a kid without your parents prodding? For me, it was intellectual pursuits. I remember reading the encyclopedia in grade 2 because I really loved to learn all those things. Look for patterns in your interests that define who you really are as a person. What is your favorite thing to do besides sex and booze? Where do you want to live and work? What can you do to either help, inspire, or amuse people that can earn you money? Who are you in your true nature? How can you apply that in the real world to make money? What interests and skills have you developed so far that you can apply to a useful function in the world? Do you prefer to work with people, things, or ideas? What do you want to do with your life? What careers possibly interest you? After you narrow your list to a few realistic possibilities, not low-odd possibilities like professional athlete or rap star, research them as best as you can. What qualifications are required for this career you're interested in? Is it interesting enough for you? Is it an in-demand field? Are there jobs in this field? What are the working conditions like day by day? Some things to consider in your search of your inner self are interests and aptitudes, hobbies, sports, school activities, skills, knowledge, abilities, and talents, work history, education, physical demands of the job, physical condition, career goals, work environment, your disposition, earnings, work hours, future of this line of work. Beyond the O for general job information, the World Almanac, #031 at the library, has a good section on job statistics and job information. Update your resume. There are dozens of books out there on this subject in the #650-#651 section of your library. Craft it the way the experts suggest. Do it by skills if that tells more about you than where you've actually worked. Find out about local schooling programs in your chosen locations in the event you need further education in the areas you want to do more with. Here is a list of some skills to look through to see if any fit you. Ability to organize self and others. Able to take criticism. Accounting. Advanced math, calculus, trigonometry, etc. Advertising. Advising. Anthropology. Art history. Artistic. Arts. At ease socially. Attention to detail. Aviation. Basic math, arithmetic, algebra, geometry, etc. Biology. Budgeting/managing money. Business. Chemical. Chemistry. Civil. Coaching. Communication. Communication systems management. Communications. Comparative arts. Computer science. Computer skills. Construction. Creative. Criminology/criminal justice. Dance. Deal effectively with customers/the public. Decision making. Dimensional objects. Economics. Electrical. Engineering. English. Environmental studies. Exercise/athletics. Family studies. Film. Finance. Foreign language, generate new ideas easily. Geography. Geology. Graphic design. Health. Health administration. Health/sports. Hearing and speech science. History. Human resource management. Humanities. Imaginative with ideas. Imaginative with things. Industrial. Industrial hygiene. Interior design. Interpersonal/organizational. Investigative. Journalism. Languages. Law. Linguistics. Listening. Management. Managerial. Manual dexterity / good with my hands. Manual / physical. Marketing. Math. Mechanical. Mechanical reasoning. Miss. Music. Negotiation. Numerical. Nutrition. Persuasion. Philosophy. Photography. Physical stamina. Physics. Planning. Political science. Problem solving. Psychology. Public relations. Public speaking. Radio / TV. Recreation. Research / finding information. Retail merchandising. Sales. Science. Scientific curiosity. Social sciences. Social work. Social / interpersonal. Sociology. Solve math problems. Spatial perception / able to visualize 3. Sports. Statistics. Supervision. Teaching / training. Theater. Time management. Visual arts, painting, drawing, sculpture, etc. Visual communications. Work well in groups / committees. Work well with numbers. Work with others. Writing. Here are some motives and values. Able to move ahead in your career and take on more responsibility. Having a lot of money and possessions. Helping people. Freedom to work independently and make own choices. Caring about the environment. Caring about social and world problems. Family and friends. Having basic needs met. Having control or authority over others. Status, having others look up to you. Creativity, work artistically. Decide on a career 3. Choose your ideal work environment, large corporation, small business, government agency, or non-profit organization. Choose your ideal location: urban, suburban or rural. List your 3 most useful job skills. Know your strengths and weaknesses. Know whether you want to work with people, data, or things. Know whether you enjoy new projects or prefer following a regular routine. List some of the main career areas that might interest you. List your favorite leisure time activities. Know what kind of reward is most important to you in a job: money, security, creative authority, etc. Develop a list of career possibilities to research. Visit your career services library and utilize the internet to learn about various careers. Consider whether your desired career requires an advanced degree. Keep up with current trends in your field through trade publications, news / business magazines and newspapers. Identify possible employers. Use the internet to learn more about them. Check out salary surveys and hiring trends in your anticipated career field. Network into your field of interest. Meet with faculty and alumni who work or who have worked in your field to talk about available jobs and the outlook for your field. Narrow down the career options you are considering through personal research. Participate in a work experience or internship program in your chosen field. Join one or more professional associations in your field. Create a resume. Compose a separate cover letter. Get interviews by any means possible. Thoroughly research each employer with whom you have an interview. Arrive on time in professional business attire. Decide on a career 4. You were born with a certain inherent standard of natural talents and abilities. Many people will not discover these in their lives because they are brainwashed by the artificial values of the world system. Every single day all you have is the natural potential energy from your true nature. Release it and you're fine. Don't release it and you'll never be happy, which is where most people in modern Western society are at, even though they're all pretending to be happy. They don't release their natural energy with intensity, which is the only way to experience sustained joy, so everything else is a bust. That's why most people live average to miserable lives. What you like and do well. Write down the skills you have that could possibly earn you a living. What skills do you have that you can use to help others to earn money? If you choose to pursue a career which is at odds with your true nature, you'll be betraying yourself, which will show up after about 10 years or so when you're a depressed, overweight, pale, sedentary, uninspired piece of crap. What was your favorite job? List the high school, college, or community organizations to which you have belonged. What are your hobbies/interests? What types of things do you read? What topics or types of stories do you find yourself drawn to? Did you have a dream career when you were younger? What is your preference with people? Working alone, one-on-one, small groups, large groups? What was your favorite subject in school? Explore options. Participate in career shadowing. Join student organizations. Attend campus events like employer information sessions, career fairs, etc. Narrow your options. Eliminate what you don't like. Do internships. Learn about the field you pick. Chapter 3. Adventure and Work. The great adventure of life/paying your way. Most of us will have to work during our lives. The issue is, can you find work or a career that you love to do so much you almost like to do it for free, or do you care? Some people want interesting work, some just care about the money. Nevertheless, planning a career, at least for the idealistic and educated among us, is a journey to find out who you are. This could be the most important decision you make in your life, more important than getting married, because your work is all about your happiness, no one else's. The paradigm of life in the West is hurry up and get a so-called professional career so you can work your way up some artificially created career ladder that could be the furthest thing from who you really are. Now I have to do this every day for the rest of my life. No amount of money was worth it, so I did what almost nobody does, had the guts to not sell my soul, which is why I feel I have more self-respect and a sense of wellness than most other people. Mind you, money is always the bottom line. You need to earn enough money to enjoy your life in basic comfort, so don't do what I did, chucked it all to live like a hippie. Be slightly more cautious, get a marketable skill where jobs are easy to come by, especially part-time jobs. Any of the health professions will do. A lot of them pay well, but the work is easy, like an X-ray tech. You make a good wage taking pictures of people's body parts. That's easy work, and they always need a radiology/X-ray tech on call at the big hospitals, so there's plenty of part-time work. If you don't enjoy your work, you will never become wealthy doing it. The ultimate goal is to get paid for what you already enjoy, so it never feels like you are at work. The wealthiest people are those who can convert their knowledge into money in the best possible way. With new technology and progress, there are new business opportunities. The great adventure of life websites. Here are some websites that address the adventure of looking for work that inspires you. If you can't find a job you like, check out my business books for info about starting something up on your own. PassionCatalyst.com/download, The Occupational Adventure Guide. uctc.wmh.edu/career. CreativeGraces.net. MyUnusual.com. KurtRosengren.typepad.com/occupational adventure. Northwestern.edu/careers/occupation/outdoor.html. johnporcaro.typepad.com/2003/09/occupational_ad.html. blog.occupationaladventure.com. contingentworkforce.org. careerchangewanted.com. nedbachelder.com/blog/200412/occupational_adventure.html. recruiting.com. learninganlife.com/creative-careers/freedom-and-flexibility. ambi.com/worksite/explore.html. aunholiday.com/jobhopper. backdoorjobs.com. bedfordctc.org/bcsdw/journey.html. bestjobsusa.com. black-collegian.com/career. blindpath.com. boldcareer.com/blog/archive/career_coach. bonita.k12.ca/school/bonita/library/img/nbc.govoxc.pdf. bostonworks.boston.com/blog. bostonworks.boston.com/globe/articles. career.berkeley.edu/internships. career.ukla.edu/explore. careerbabe.com. careercc.com. careercc.com/links. careerjournal.com/columnists. careerjournal.com/columnists/Qanda. careerkey.org/asp/career_options. careers.uiowa.edu. careersonline.com.au/articles. clark.edu/pdf/employment. clarku.edu/offices/careers/majors/library.cfm. colby.edu/career.surf/alumni/networking/aaronclark.shtml. collegianmag.com. coolworks.com/older-boulder. csbsju.edu/career/students/postgrad/specials/arch.htm. ctdol.state.ct.us/lmi/crpaths2.htm. kurtrosengren.typepad.com/occupational-adventure. kurtrosengren.typepad.com/occupational-adventure. dataoptions.com/traveljobs.htm. deliasdesign.com/careerdev/workvalues.htm. drbamstersblog.squarespace.com. education-world.com/students/college/index.shtml. emich.edu/public/foreign-languages/careers/jobsource.htm. employmentspot.com/features/adventurejobs.htm. employmenttimesonline.com/career_advisor. featuredreports.monster.com/adventurersjobs. fredonia.edu/cdo/c-c1.asp. gapadventures.com/about_us/careers.php. gapwork.com. gapeyear.com. georgetowncollege.edu/careerdv/ccc/workshops.htm. great-adventures.com/no/plan/work.html. ilworkinfo.com/icrn.htm, Illinois Career Resource Network. infoplease.forjobs.com. islandnet.com/careerpathadventures. ivillage.co.uk/workcareer. ivillage.co.uk/work-survive/person-dev/article/0156471_1787441,00.html, career gappers. jcmc.indiana.edu/vol11/issue1/young.html. jfpresources.com. jisd.com/elementary_module.shtm. jobhuntersbible.com/counseling/links.shtml. jobhuntersbible.com/library/hunters/characteristics.php. jobjournal.com. jobmarket.inq7.net/people/people_archive.php. job search. Dead website, try.dash.com, thebalancecareers.com, and thoughtco.com/cs/cooljobs/dreamjob.htm. job search. Dead website, try.dash.com, thebalancecareers.com, and thoughtco.com/od/career-advice-resources/is/balanceact.htm. job search. Dead website, try.dash.com, thebalancecareers.com, and thoughtco.com/od/tempjobs/is/seasonal.htm. jobweb.com/resources/library/workplace_culture. careers.government.nz. life-cycles-destiny.com/links/links.htm. lookingforadventure.com/adventurejobs.htm lssaa.wisc.edu/careers/students/external_internship_resources.php northwestern.edu/careers oneser.net/job/job-career.html outdoor-learning.org/info_center/careers.htm passioncatalyst.com, a passion catalyst, working with people to help them identify their passions and create a career that ignites them. pbs.org/life/life_work.html philanthropy.com/free/articles pomona.edu/cdo/alumni/alumni@pomona/home.shtml princeton.edu/tilde/oa/jobs/index.shtml outdoor, environmental livecareer.com/quintezine/archives livecareer.com/workplace_values.html realgap.co.uk sccis.org, South Central Pennsylvania Career Information System sciencecareers.sciencemag.org/career_development services.vsac.org/ilwwcm/connect/vsac/library-pathfinders-career exploration for adults sharegoals.com skidmore.edu/administration/career/alumni profiles southwestern.edu/student-life/career-services successahead.com suite101.com/article.cfm/youth_travel_retired/32616 superviva.com/tags theoxfordprogram.com/thecoach.asp transitionsabroad.com uhh.hawaii.edu/studentaffairs/sssb/careercounseling.php unlv.edu/studentlife/career usf.edu/zoology/career/searches.htm vault.com vault.com/survival/center.jsp vocationvacations.com web.princeton.edu/site/career/alumni/index.html wheelock.edu/ccd/ccd jobsearchtools.htm wlb.monster.com/articles/values workingfortheman.com wvu.edu/careers job websites around the world from auckland.ac.nz/study/student-support/career-development-and-hyphen-employability-services/work-overseas.html visa requirements mfat.government.nz/n/embassies Ministry of Foreign Affairs Diplomatic and Consular List prospects.ac.uk/postgraduate-study/study-abroad, prospects country-specific information, written for UK graduates wanting to work overseas, provide info on the job market, job application process. Gapwork.com, gapwork.com. Australia. myfuture.edu.au, myfuture, Australian government careers site. myfuture.edu.au, Graduate Careers Australia. graduatecareers.com.au, Graduate Opportunities. cvmail.com.au/index.cfm, CVmail online application system for law firms around the world. careersonline.com.au, Careers Online. Australian Job Search and Career Development website. immi.gov.au, Australian Department of Immigration and Citizenship. highwages.com.au, High Wages Part-Time, Casual, and Temp Job Seekers website. unigrad.com.au, Unigrad find out about jobs in Australia for recent graduates. joboutlook.gov.au, Job Outlook a careers and labour market research information site. Pacific. PacificIslandJobs.com, Pacific Island Jobs. Asia. Graduan.com.my, Graduan for Malaysian fresh graduates. Career and employment resource for Malaysian graduates. Careerjet.com.my, Careerjet for Malaysia and other parts of Asia. csb.gov.hk/english/recruit/7.html, Hong Kong government vacancies. Civil service vacancies advertised by the Government of Hong Kong. immd.gov.hk/ang/services/visas/working_holiday_scheme.html, Hong Kong Working Holiday Visa Information Employment Service of Hong Kong. my.jobstreet.com, Malaysian site with job vacancies across Asia Pacific. jetprogram.org, JET Program Japan Exchange and Teaching Program. nus.edu.sg/careers/usefullinks.htm, National University of Singapore's Careers Services. United Kingdom and Europe. Eurograduate.com, Eurograduate vacancies advertised across Europe. Europlacement.com, Europlacement international internships, traineeships, or graduation assignments. Prospects.ac.uk, UK graduate careers site with job vacancies. Read.co.uk, Read Recruit online UK recruitment agency. Jobido.co.uk, Jobido UK job vacancies. Teachingintheuk.com, teaching personnel in England and Wales. Redteachers.com, Red recruitment for education. United States of America. CareerHonestOp.org, CareerHonestOp American careers and job vacancy website. MyPerfectResume.com. International. OverseasJobs.com. Academic360.com, The Academic Job Hunter. WHO.in/careers/n, World Health Organization WHO job site. UNICEF.org/about/employ, careers at UNICEF. UN.org/maintenance, employment opportunities with the United Nations. International Working Holidays. IEP.co.nz, International Exchange Programs, IEP, information on work programs in the US and Canada, UK, Ireland, and France. RaleighInternational.org, Raleigh International Volunteer on Team-based community, environmental and adventure projects.